Okay, once you've done your virtual video recording for your Google SketchUp house and you told WeVideo to share it, really when it shared it, it actually just saved it to your media file inside of WeVideo. So we're going to go take a look at how we are going to use that. Right now I'm back on the dashboard, so you may have to go back to the dashboard at this point and go back to blank edit. When you choose blank edit, you're going to once again choose horizontal and choose start editing again. At this point, we're going to go find our media file. So we're going to go back to that media folder that we went to when we did our recording. But instead of hitting the record button this time, you are going to go find the video clip that you did. You're going to grab that video clip and you are going to drag it down onto Video 1 Timeline. And you're going to drop it in there. And when you drop it in, it's probably going to drop in all the way at the beginning. But I actually want you to have some sort of an introduction to your video. And so like at the start of this tutorial video, you might have seen that I had some sort of a title at the beginning. I would also like you to have a title at the beginning of yours for about the first 5 seconds. So I'm going to grab the video on the timeline here and I'm going to scooch it over to about the 5-second mark. Right now I'm at 5:05. And so I'm just going to drop it there. It's really hard to get it perfect, so I wouldn't worry about getting it perfect. To get text in there, you're going to come back up to where your media folder was, and right next to it is your text options. There are all sorts of ways that you can have text come in at the beginning of your video. Lots of different options, and it is up to you which way you would like to have an introduction to your video, which way you want text to come in. It does not matter to me, as long as you have some sort of opening text to kind of introduce yourself and what you are turning into me. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose this one right here. And I'm going to grab it and I'm going to drag it down onto my timeline. And it looks like it's a little bigger than what it needs to be, so I can either insert it and push my video over, or I can trim it to fit. I'm going to go ahead and push my video over because I don't think it's going to be that much more. We can actually check here. It actually took it to the 6-second mark, which I'm okay with that too. All right, so down here I'm going to double click on that text box and that's going to bring up my editing for that text box. It gives you some sample text in there, but you can put in your own text. You can choose your color palette of what your font is, and I'm not sure if this particular one is going to let me change the background or not, but you can play around with the color palette and see what it allows you to do. Okay, so I am going to start off here with a title for myself. So I'm going to do Michelle's Super Awesome Video Tour, and it is not by Jane Austen. So I'm going to put my name in there. And that way it'll get that. If I want to preview it, I can click on the play button right here and I can preview how that's going to come in, and actually if I drag that back, there we go. If I drag this little blue bar back to the beginning and I hit play, you'll see how it comes in. So whichever introduction you choose, you can drag that little blue bar back, hit the play button, and you'll be able to see how that is going to work for you. If you're happy with it, choose Done Editing. And so now I have that inserted before my video. I can bring this bar back so that I can go all the way back to the beginning. If I want to see how all this looks together, I can hit play. and then it's going to go straight into my video. And so that is how you are going to put those two things together. Once you've previewed it and make sure everything looks okay, make sure everything sounds okay, you're going to want to go up here to finish. And we're going to want to give a title to your video. Yes, I know you did that with the words coming in at the beginning of your video, but this is actually the title that you're going to save the file under. So I'm going to name it Michelle's Tour, and I'm going to hit set because that's going to set the title for my video. And now it's going to give you the option of saving as a 480p or a 720p. 480p is going to render out faster than the 720p, and we're only going to be watching it on our computers, and so it doesn't have to be super high resolution. If you are going to be doing this at home and you want to save it out as 720p, you can try that. I'm not sure how long it's going to take it to render out for you, because most of my students, I have them save it out as 480p. So go ahead and hit finish, and what it's going to do is start to render this out as a video, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take several minutes. It may even take more than 10 minutes or so, depending on how long your video tour is. It will tell you here that your video is being processed, and it says it will send you an email notification when it's ready, or you will see, if you stay on this screen while it's rendering out, you will see when it's done. It will pop up and let you know when it's done. So that is what you need to do in order to create your video. Don't forget, once you've created your video, you need to go out to Schoology, to the discussion board in your Google SketchUp project, and you need to upload your video to your discussion board. So let me hop out here to the discussion board in Schoology, and I'll show you real quick what needs to be done. So you'll go to your Google SketchUp folder, and you'll come down to Google SketchUp Project Your Space. If you click on that discussion board, it's like a couple of the other discussion boards we did. One thing that you're going to want to do for this is you're going to want to highlight your reflection questions, copy those. You'll see I got an email for my video. It's done. So we'll copy those reflection questions, and I'm going to paste those down here in my comment section. Now I need to go back and answer those questions, and then I will come down here to the file option, upload my video, and hit post, and that is how you are going to turn in your project. So you'll need to upload your file, which is your video. It's going to save out as an MP4 file, so that's the file that you want to upload, and don't forget to do those reflection questions. All right, good luck with this, and let me know if you have any questions.